Hello and welcome to Sutra News. Today, we explore an escalating geopolitical controversy that has captured the world's attention. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has stirred a diplomatic storm with his aggressive statements about Greenland. These remarks have triggered sharp warnings from European nations, especially France and Germany, raising serious concerns about NATO unity and global stability. Let's break this down in detail. Donald Trump recently stated that the U.S. might take control of Greenland by any means necessary, even hinting at the possibility of using military force. Greenland, the largest island in the world, is an autonomous territory under the Kingdom of Denmark. Trump proposed either buying Greenland outright, forcing a deal, or, if negotiations failed, seizing it. These comments have been described as alarming and imperialistic, drawing parallels to Russia's aggressive actions in Ukraine. Trump's statements have provoked outrage across Europe. France has openly warned that any attempt to claim Greenland by force would be considered an attack on Europe itself. French officials have declared that such actions would not be tolerated. Meanwhile, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has also condemned Trump's remarks, stating that all nations must respect sovereign borders. Both France and Germany, being key NATO members, find themselves in an extraordinary situation of having to warn a fellow NATO ally against military aggression. This incident raises significant questions about NATO's unity. Greenland, though governed by Denmark, is a part of NATO. Trump's rhetoric about deploying U.S. military forces to claim Greenland has led to tensions within the alliance. The irony is striking. NATO was designed to defend its members from external threats, yet now, one member's aggressive intentions are causing internal fractures. This situation has left many wondering about the alliance's future coherence. Why is Greenland so important? The island is rich in critical resources, including lithium, crude oil, and geothermal energy. Additionally, climate change has accelerated the melting of Arctic ice, opening new opportunities for global trade routes. The Northwest Passage, in particular, has become a focal point for nations like the U.S. and Russia. This route offers a shorter connection between North America and Europe, saving time, fuel, and costs for shipping. As Arctic ice continues to recede, control over this passage will significantly boost the global influence of whoever dominates it. While the melting Arctic ice may open up trade routes, it is also a harbinger of catastrophic environmental consequences. Rising global temperatures and melting glaciers are leading to rising sea levels, threatening coastal regions worldwide. Instead of addressing this crisis, Trump has dismissed climate change altogether. During his presidency, he openly stated that the U.S. would not contribute a single dollar to global climate initiatives. His focus has remained solely on exploiting resources and economic opportunities, regardless of the environmental cost. European nations are understandably alarmed by Trump's comments. The Kingdom of Denmark has already made it clear that Greenland is not for sale and has no interest in joining the U.S. This sentiment was echoed by Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who firmly stated, "Not a chance in hell," when responding to Trump's earlier comments about merging Canada with the U.S. Instead of pursuing diplomacy or mutual agreements, Trump's direct and confrontational approach has alienated allies and escalated tensions unnecessarily. Trump's fixation on Greenland may also be a diversion from domestic challenges, such as economic instability and rising unemployment in the U.S. By redirecting public attention toward Greenland, he has created a narrative suggesting that controlling the island could solve America's problems. However, the cost of purchasing Greenland is astronomical. Economists estimate Greenland's value at around $1.5 trillion, factoring in its resources and strategic location. Such a price tag makes a peaceful acquisition highly unlikely. Faced with this financial reality, Trump hinted at using military force instead. He reportedly believes that deploying the U.S. military to occupy Greenland might be cheaper than negotiating a deal. This approach, however, risks triggering international backlash and even war. It also reflects a disregard for the sovereignty of nations, a principle that the U.S. itself has historically advocated. Interestingly, Trump's rhetoric aligns with an infamous map from 1942, known as the New World Order map. This map envisioned a post-war world where smaller nations disappear and only a few superstates dominate the globe. According to this map, Greenland, Canada, Mexico, and even the Panama Canal would become part of the United States. The map also envisioned large-scale territorial expansions for India, Russia, and China, along with the consolidation of Europe and Africa into single entities. While the map was a speculative concept, Trump's actions seem eerily aligned with its vision, raising questions about the motives behind his expansionist policies. The melting Arctic ice has also intensified competition for control over the Northwest Passage. This critical shipping route could become a major artery for global trade in the coming decades. The U.S. is concerned that if it does not act swiftly, Russia will dominate this passage, gaining a significant strategic and economic advantage. The race for control over the Arctic is about power and influence, with Greenland at the center of this geopolitical chessboard. Trump's statements about Greenland have shaken international relations, strained NATO alliances, and set a dangerous precedent for territorial aggression. If global powers like the U.S. pursue expansionist policies, it could embolden other nations, such as Russia and China, to do the same. This domino effect could lead to widespread instability and conflict. Moreover, the environmental crises that are exacerbating these tensions are being largely ignored by leaders more focused on short-term gains. The world stands at a crossroads. The Arctic's melting ice, once a warning sign, has now become an opportunity for exploitation. What do you think about this developing situation? We would like to know your opinions. Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you found this informative, please like and share our videos. Also subscribe our channel for further updates.